been multiple victims. Did page out Taos Valley first responders. They're en route.
After a very long search, we now know there were 2 trapped in that avalanche. And as far as we know tonight, both men are still in critical condition. Tonight, we have team coverage from Taos. What was it like to pull those men from all that snow? You're going to hear about that experience from one of those rescuers. Plus, why did crews detonate explosives in that area just hours before that avalanche? But first, tonight, Patrick Hayes kicks off our coverage. And Patrick, you spoke with the CEO of Taos Valley.
That's right, Tessa. Actually, we spent the last few hours talking to people about that avalanche. On one side, the CEO and other officials say they did everything they could to make sure that area was safe. On the other side, skiers we talked to who have been coming here for years, they said they've never seen anything like it. 2 men remain in critical condition after being pulled out of an avalanche in the Kachina Peak area.
2 skiers were rescued. They were brought down the mountain.
Taos Valley CEO David Norton says one was taken to a local hospital, the other was flown to UNM in Albuquerque. Rescue crews called off the search after several hours, confident that no one else was hurt.
Very thorough search. Again, hundreds of people. There were AV dogs there. So we did what I would consider standard protocol. We have state-of-the-art equipment, and the staff was amazing.
Meanwhile, skiers tell us they were surprised but still feel safe.
I always know that, and you hear the dynamite and the shots that they do to make sure everything's taken care of. So, a little shocking that this is even taking place.
When you're a young skier or boarder or whatever, I come down in the sled myself, and they've saved my life, and so I'm very appreciative that they were there today. And again, we're just sorry that things happen like this when, we live in a mountainous condition.
It's a very, very unfortunate day. Avalanche, this is part of the business. We have steep terrain, and we do what we can to control the work. There was a lot of control work this morning to ensure that it was a safe conditions. We determined that it was safe, and unfortunately, we had the release.
Now, officials say there's not going to be another update tonight. However, they're still working with witnesses, and they're going to talk to local experts to find out exactly what went wrong. Reporting live in Taos, Patrick Hayes, KOB Eyewitness News 4.
Thank you, Patrick. And earlier today, we had told you about crews trying to set off avalanches at Taos Valley. And those techniques are fairly common this time of year. But to explain the reasoning behind them, we bring in our chief meteorologist, Jorge Torres. Jorge.
Thanks, Tessa. Now, before we talk about why ski patrols detonate the ridge lines, we have to talk about how avalanches form. One way is after a good heavy snowfall, sunlight and warmer temperatures causes some of that snow to melt. At night, that snow melt freezes, turning into ice. When another storm rolls in, you get another layer of snow on top of the ice layer, making the snowpack weak and unstable. In this example with 4D, though, you won't get an avalanche because there's no slope. Gravity will hold this pack together. Avalanches like the one that occurred at Taos Valley today need a slope ranging from 25 to 60 degrees to move. You also need a trigger. This is where patrols come in, detonating mountainsides, allowing for controlled avalanches to occur in order to keep skiers, snowboarders, hikers, and mountain climbers safe. Tessa?
Jorge, thank you. And it took hundreds of people helping out on that mountain before the rescue crews called off the search. Our Joy Wayne continues our team coverage tonight. And Joy, you talked to one of those volunteers. It's been a really emotional day for him.
It really has, and that skier tells me he was on Kachina Peak when it all happened. He started hearing people yelling avalanche, and he knew he had to grab a shovel and start digging.
They needed help.
How many people did you see out there just trying to get these people out?
100. It seemed like there was close to 100 people out there, and everybody coordinating, everybody doing everything they could to save those people.
This is what all that help looked like. Volunteers holding metal poles poking through the snow, dogs sniffing and searching for a scent, crews digging with shovels for signs of life.
I was there. I was actually there digging along some of my ski patrol buddies, and it was pretty emotional, sad. I cried after like a baby, I don't know.
2 men rushed to the hospital in critical condition.
Once we did reach them where we could literally see their clothes and stuff, we just stepped back and let the medical professionals, the ski patrols, take over.
Arturo Tenorio has been skiing for decades, living in town since 1996, but he's never seen anything like this.
I truly didn't know if some of them were my friends.
Now his thoughts are with the victims and their families.
I hope they're okay. I hope their families are okay. And I hope we made a difference to help save their lives.
The search is off, and officials say that they don't believe anyone else is trapped under that avalanche tonight. But we do want to let everyone know that there were also 102 middle schoolers from the ski club at Taos Middle School, and all of them are home and safe tonight. Live in Taos Ski Valley, Joy Wang, KOB Eyewitness News 4.